Welcome to week 8 of our van build series. In this video, we are going to be fixing our bench seat, building our cabinets, installing and painting them, installing our kitchen counter, and much more. Make sure to watch the whole video to see everything that we got done this week. But let's get into it. Last week, we left off with finishing the bench seat, but we felt like it was just a little bit too tall and a little bit too big, so we're gonna make some adjustments to that right now. In my last video, I talked about how we were gonna set up the fridge to be able to slide out, but I was just gonna get into that a little bit more. We have some big drawer sliders that will go on the inside of the fridge box. It will kind of sit like this. It'll be a little bit lower, but it'll sit this way. First, we're gonna build out the platform that we're gonna have our fridge sitting on, and then we will finish putting the box together. To build our fridge platform, we just used the same primed plywood, and we used 1x3s on the sides for support. Now we're gonna work on putting the drawer slides on the inside of our fridge box. So we're gonna do it on the inside first, and then we'll put the other part of the drawer slides on the platform that the fridge sits on.
What's happened?
We ran into a little bit of an issue, so we just need to fix the drawer slides a little bit. They're sitting a tiny bit too low. One corner, it's hitting the floor, and we don't want it to just be scratching the floor every time we open and close it. So we're gonna adjust them, and hopefully it'll work this time.
Hold that.
Okay, so now I'm going to continue to work on the upper kitchen cabinets and hopefully start getting that put together today. Left off with having cut out some templates, so we're going to keep working on this and then framing out the whole cabinet. I am using 1x2s for the framing. So I have a few 1x2s here, and I'm just going to measure these, cut them out, and then I can start putting together the cabinet. I just finished cutting all of the 1x2s, and now I am going to drill pocket holes into these to attach it together. gonna cut out a couple more of these just because the ones I've already cut fit okay, but I just want to make sure that it can fit in just the tiniest bit better. So I'm gonna cut out 2 more of these, and those will be the walls for the cabinet. Here's how it's in there. So now that I have my sides and my front framing, I am gonna go ahead and put the sides on. I'm just gonna use regular 1 1/4 inch screws to do this. So I used birch plywood for the cabinet sides, and then I just used 1x2s for the framing. So now that we have our cabinet in, we are gonna go ahead and screw in the kitchen counter. We were waiting to secure it just because we wanted to have all of the space to build this. And now that it's done, we can put that in. We are gonna put doors on the front of this, but we are just gonna do that at a later time. We are going to shift our focus now to working on closing in this upper part of the wall. We ran out of insulation, so we were waiting a few days for that to come in. Now we have that box of insulation, so we're going to start working on this. And then I think we may also work on framing and building the upper cabinets we're going to have right here. So now that we've closed this wall in, we are just going to continue to work on our upper cabinets on this side. So we're going to build them almost the same way as we did the kitchen cabinets. We're also going to be putting the framing together with pocket screws, and I highly recommend buying a Kreg jig because it is so helpful to not have to screw into your pretty framing, and it just makes everything look nice and clean. The reason I love pocket holes so much is because, like I was saying before, you can screw into your frame, but it keeps your seamless look. These are so sturdy too, so your frame is even stronger than if you were gonna go in through the bottom. Alright, now that we have the cabinet frame up, I am gonna work on making templates for the sides. After some trial and error here, that fits pretty good. I cut both of the side pieces for the cabinet and we already got that far one put in. So we need to put this one in, and then this template is for the piece that's gonna go in the middle, and that will be a divider. So I'm gonna draw this out, cut it, and get those two put in, and then we'll be ready to start painting. I'm about to get to painting, but I still have a lot of screw heads to cover, so I'm gonna fill those in. Normally I'm not too worried about getting paint on stuff, but since I just grabbed that without thinking, I'm kind of worried now, so I'm just gonna throw on something over this hoodie so I don't get paint on myself. I have so much to do at this point, and I feel like I've been recording forever and it's just me painting, so I'm gonna stop here and I will show you when I'm done. Alright, I have finished working on this cabinet. I've been painting it for so long that I think if I want to do any touch-ups, I will just come back to it. I think I'm gonna switch to doing these cabinets now, which will be the blue paint. So I'm gonna switch everything out and get my brush and my roller set back up. While I'm painting in here, I brought a very important guest. So this is my dog Bash. He is a mini Australian Shepherd, and he's been traveling with me since I was 18 in my very first van. And he will definitely be coming along on our travels in this van. If you guys have watched my other videos, you know we built out a little bed spot for him. Just wanted to introduce him really quick because he is such a special member of our little family, and our travels would not be the same without him. It's getting pretty late, and I think I'm just gonna peel this tape off. I am finished with the blue cabinets. Here is how they are looking. I'm still gonna let them dry before I take any tape off, so I will probably work more on the blue ones tomorrow. I'm gonna peel this tape off, make sure everything looks good, and then I'll probably just be done for the day. There are just some tiny little spots at the top, but I will say I was really worried I was just gonna have a white strip of paint running across this whole entire thing. So I am happy with how it turned out. I think, you know, with the camera being up close, obviously you're gonna be able to see those little details, but from far away, I doubt anybody will notice it, especially with the doors once we put the doors on. Probably gonna call it for today and get back to work tomorrow. These cabinets have finished drying, so I need to just put this side back on, and then I'm gonna peel the tape off. Which one? My camera died, so I had to let the battery charge for a little bit, but we finished putting in this little seat here, so we now have a dinette. And this seat also will have storage in it, so I can lift this up, access storage in here. We also made this a little bedside table for Kendrick, and this can also lift up, and we've got storage in there as well. So now I can sit here, pull out our slide out table, and be able to eat dinner and do whatever I want here. I think I'm gonna end the video here. This video is already getting so long. Next week we're gonna continue working in our kitchen. I am gonna be making the cabinet doors, so stay tuned for that. You can already get a little sneak peek here of what we did. A lot of more stuff to come. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next week. Bye!